Hey, what's up guys? Griff here from Griff and Alyssa, and today I'm going to talk about 3 tips to help you with your vacation photos. Now, anytime I get back from an awesome vacation, I like to go ahead and log all my photos into a new folder based on the trip I took. Now, because I take a lot of photos, sometimes as soon as I finish taking the photos for the day, I'll log those clips and I'll log those videos based in certain categories. So on here, you'll see my Carnival Paradise example. Inside, you'll have day 1, day 2, and day 3. Now, inside these days, they'll be broken up into the certain activities that I did that day. Day 1, the belly flop contest and embarkation photos. If you back out and I go to day 2, you'll see cruise ship dancers and sea day festivities. And for my third example, you'll see the captain's dinner, jet skis, snorkeling. Now, this helps me for 2 reasons. I can upload all these photos into certain categories and albums, so when I'm showing my friends and family, I don't have to go down one by one trying to show them this one photo that I had when I know it was in day 3 and snorkeling. And then 2, it just makes me feel cool because I like being organized with my photos. Now, let's go into tip number 2, which is actually using a photo editing platform or software. I like using Lightroom, so let's hop over to Lightroom. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Lightroom, I'm going to try to keep this beginner friendly as possible, so there won't be any crazy edits or anything, but what we've done is we've uploaded our photos into Lightroom. What you're going to do is you're going to click the Develop tab. Let's go to this photo of Alyssa. I'm going to click Reset. Now, when I originally took this photo, it was a little bit too bright or overexposed. So what I'm going to do is, in Lightroom, there's an exposure slider. You're going to take this slider and bring it down to the left a little bit. That's going to let me know how dark or how bright I want the photo. I'm going to bring it to about right there, -0.75. Now, if you want your photos to look a bit more tropical, what I advise is playing around with the HSL sliders. That's going to be your hue, your saturation, and your luminance. That's going to be right here. Sometimes it's HSL and color and black and white. Go back to color. So if you see the blues here, to keep it very simple, I could change the hue of that blue to a little bit more purple or a little more turquoise. I'm going to keep it about right there. But what I am going to do is I'm going to saturate it just a little bit. I'm going to go to my turquoise, sorry, my aqua. I'm going to play with that. You'll start to see her little towel skirt change colors a little bit based on the brightness. I like that right there. I'm going to bring the luminance down, up a little down. We're going to bring it down just a little bit. Another fun tip, if you want to make it a little more tropical, is adding a graduated filter. That's going to be this little rectangle right here. You're going to drag, and if you really want to make the sky a little colder or bluer, you can drag this there, and you'll see it gets a little bit more blue. You can also use these little filters to add in a little more sunlight from the corner or make the sand a little warmer. Done. And there we go. Here's the previous, and this is what it looks like now. Another example is actually what photos that maybe are too dark. For example, let's say you're in a restaurant or you're at the concert or show and the photo you took just a tad too underexposed. So go to Lightroom, check out the slider with the exposure, and you can bring that up a little bit and you can start to see her. I also like to crush my blacks just a smidge, and then I like to boost the clarity. Based on what you're going for, this will add a little bit more noise. And this is an advanced trick I like doing right here, is I like playing with my tone curve and adding a little bit of fade. It's just the kind of vintage thing I like doing. But to keep a beginner, do not worry about this. Here's another photo of us at the beach. It's a bit underexposed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the light just a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to boost the clarity. I also want it just a smidge warmer. I'm going to grab my graduated filter, and we're going to see what happens when I make it a little bit more blue. You can also add a little bit of pink for a sunset. Now, this is a complete hack job what I'm doing right now because I'm just fooling around at this point. But you guys kind of get the idea of what you can do with Lightroom. We'll just delete this for now. Here's another photo of Alyssa chilling in the water. Right now the water's a little bit green, and that's okay. But if we go down to our HSL, we can play with the saturation just a little bit more. Make it a little bit more blue. We can change the hue. Now it's a little green. And you can just play around with the photo until you figure out what you like. My last tip for you guys is to actually get your photos printed. It's really easy just to upload all your photos to Facebook and Instagram and call it a day, but there's websites out there like Mixbook that allow you to print your photos in a nice little coffee table book, or upload your photos directly from your iPhone or Android device and have them printed there. As always, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, if you dig the vibes, please subscribe. And if you care, please share. And we'll see you guys in paradise next time.